Morning and welcome to a glorious morning over here at Lavish Lawns, getting everything ready. Got Kobe hooking up the trailer, still got his slippies on. It's a little early, had it charging overnight, plugged in, that way we're good to go for the dump. We got this thing filled up to the rim with leaves and all bunch of different types of debris. Got the billy goat hooked up. You can see this thing is just packed. Many a pile of leaves went into getting that. Got walking the dog real quick. Let him take his little morning dookie before we head out for the day. We got just 2 leaf cleanups today. We're starting around 8 o'clock because it gets dark about 5 o'clock. So we want to make sure we got enough time to get everything done. Haven't done a video for a while because I lost the charger to the camera, so finally got a new charger, so we're back in business. So we'll be putting out more videos. Oh yeah, there it is. Get it all out, Wiley. Now we're talking. Now we're ready to go for the day. All right, I'll catch back up with you here in a minute. All right, we're getting this billy goat ready to dump all these leaves. We're at the dump now. So we do. Open this door, get this door right here latched. Then with the billy goat, we have to chain it up that way. Take this thing out first. Take this hose out. Put the hose, latch it up here on top. Swing this door open. Alright, I got a little eyelet hole over here. This little eyelet that I drilled into the side, that way I can hook my chain to. For the first year or so that I had this, I had one guy holding it and walking with it as I dumped, which is not very efficient because you'd have to have 2 people to dump. So I finally wised up and I just use this chain right here. Take this off. This needs to be hooked on there. We got this thing all hooked up wrong this year, but we'll get our shit together eventually. But for now, this is how we're gonna do it. So this should hook to this middle right here, and then this should be holding the hose up. But for right now, we forgot to put that on in the beginning, but we have said the hell with it and haven't put it on yet. So what I do is I put one hook in here, and I wrap this chain around here and get it as close as I can. And hook this to that, and then it'll stay up as we dump. This thing's pretty heavy. So, all right, should hold it. Yeah, should be good. And then to keep this up out of the way, put this around like that. So now that should all hold.
Hey, do you want to take...
Alright, we just got to the job site. We got Kobe over here trying to start the blower. Act like it's his first day on the job. This mug can't start nothing. Well, once he gets this started up, what we're gonna do is see all these leaves in this front yard. So he said he'd take care of the backyard, so we're just doing the front yard. We're gonna blow all these leaves right here to the curb, and then we're gonna use this billy goat, suck them all up, shoot them on into that trailer. And then this is actually a family friend's house. So, he got his neighbor wants to get their leaves done too. I believe it's this one across the street. So I think we're gonna get all their leaves as well. Waiting for them to come out. I think she's on a conference call or something like that. So she didn't answer the door, but she's gonna pop out once we get done with this and show us what the neighbor wants done. But I don't see him starting this one up, so he's probably gonna move on to the next blower, and he's gonna let me Let the old school show them how it's done. All right, let's see if I can do it on camera with one hand. Make him look like a fool. Show him what's good. All right, you just pull the cord. Oh shit, first pull, my dough. First pull, this dude, he don't know how to start nothing. He act like his first day on the job or something. Come on, man. All right, well, we're gonna start blowing some leaves, and I'll give you an update here in a minute once we pile these all up. All right, we blown some of the leaves into a pile. So we got the majority of it out of the garden beds, and it looks like this is a pretty big pile, and it rained. It rained the past few nights. These leaves are a little bit wet, so they're a little bit harder to blow. So we're just putting them into a pile. We're gonna put them on the tarp. Kobe's got the tarp all laid out here. We're gonna rake them onto the tarp, and we're just gonna drag them over to the curb where the billy goat is. That's how we do it. Saves some time versus we could blow them all the way to the curb, but it would take too long, wouldn't be as efficient. So we just slap them on the tarp, drag them, and then once we get to the bottom of the pile, we'll just blow the small piles out. But this, we found, makes it a little bit easier to get the leaves to the curb. So that's what we're doing right now. Kobe's over here raking it on to the top. Just rake it on, pile it up, drag it to the street. Pretty simple. All right, we got these right here. We got the leaves all blown. There's still some sticks in the yard. We're gonna have to get those sticks, but what we do with our top right here is we just bungee it up. I know some people have these crazy nice setups with the big boxes built. We just got a little thing off of Amazon, one of these little cloths that has the little holes in it for ventilation. We just bungee it up to the top. We got the bungees on the top. We got all the bungees down on the sides. Just bungee it up. So I'm gonna have to bungee this back part right here where it all shoots in. And then we just bungee it over top. Here, Kobe. Kobe, where you at? Kobe over here, missing in action. Oh, he's over here bungeeing. All right, you want to go ahead and show them how it's done to bungee this?
I never
Show these boys how it's done. Oh, he ain't never done it. See, the boss man, you should take in charge. But he gonna learn today. You at least gotta take this thing out. Here, I'll show you how it's done. All right, Cobes, here it is. We put this thing in here so it don't fall out while we're driving. You can just hook that to the top here. All right, pull this. Where's the bungee? Here, the bungee. Pull this, put this bungee right here. And you pull this over the top here. Pull it around. We just bungee it right to the other bungee down here. You might have to readjust it a little bit to get it tighter. I might have to put it on this one actually. You can see where I had a hole through it for where it shoots so hard. The leaves shoot so hard, so I kind of blew a hole right here. So we had to maneuver it around a little bit to get it to where it'll shoot and not hit through this hole. So eventually it's probably gonna blow a hole through this, and then we'll have to flip the whole thing around and then get a new tarp. But that's just normal wear and tear. So gotta make sure this is hooked. I lost the key to it, so I had to buy a whole new starter kit because they didn't sell just the key. So this whole little starter kit's $100. So do not lose the keys, because I had to buy this whole kit right here, $100 just to get a key for this thing. And so this thing fires right up. This is a 14 horsepower billy goat with a Suzuki engine and kill.
Found some gas.
Filling her up with some gas. You got the Shuriken. I don't know if you guys use this Shuriken, but the Shuriken is where it's at. Got the little downspout on the bottom, so you don't have to tilt it down. But yeah, this is the EX40 Suzuki motor, 14 horsepower billy goat. I think it's got a 10-inch hose on it. This thing will suck up a shit ton of leaves. We're about to put it through the test though, because all these leaves are wet. So We're gonna see how she works with the wet leaves. It crunches up the dry leaves into basically a powder, but we'll see what it does with the wet. It's a little bit cold. The weather just changed on us. We got a full tank now, ready to buzz. What are we working with? See if she'll fire. Cold start. She don't like to start when she's cold. Cut the video. Cut it. I don't want to waste that. Alright, we had a few snafus, a little mishaps here. For some reason this billy goat didn't want to start earlier. So I think it might have got some condensation or something in there. The carb got plugged up or something. It's been sitting outside for a few days. And it rained, so I think it got a little condensation or a little water in the gas can or something. So I had to take the carb off, drain all the gas out and everything else. And all these leaves are really wet, so this thing really hasn't been wanting to suck them up as good as usual. So we've just been here a lot longer than I had expected. It's getting dark now. We've just been doing these 2 leaf jobs. Got a couple big piles we got to hit before it gets dark. So I'm gonna set this tripod up so you can watch. That's how it's done right there, pile. Oh. On to the next pile, baby. Out here burning the midnight oil. Got Cove over there. It's getting dark. Better get this done. We got maybe 20 more minutes of daylight. So it's crunch time.